Amidst the gently rolling hills of the storied Mississippi River Valley, engulfed by the lush countryside of southeastern Minnesota, there is a place where the simple pleasures of life still dominate the day's routine. It is a place where picturesque family farms carry on through the generations. Angus and Hereford graze peacefully on warm summer days. And in late July, the sweet scent of pollinating corn rides fragrantly upon a westerly breeze. Sparkling streams quietly wind their way through a land blessed with a profound natural beauty, almost beyond description. It is here that a certain elegance of work and lifestyle easily transpire, where a unique sense of poetry is found, even in the most unlikely of wordings. In this place, the grass seems greener, the sky bluer, and the air more fresh than could be possible almost anywhere else on Earth. It is within this region of undeniable tradition and understated majesty that there lies a small town which embodies the very essence of the land around it. Nestled on the western bank of the mighty Mississippi, Red Wing, Minnesota was settled more than 147 years ago. And today, life there harkens back to a time when things were different. Local kids still speed along the streets that run right through the heart of downtown. The town square is still a good spot to read the Republican Eagle, or perhaps write a few lines, or to just hang around with friends. Red Wing is a town whose cherished history has been carefully preserved, where elm and oak trees shade neatly kept neighborhoods. An afternoon spin on the river is more important than just about anything. And families still meet for lunch, or for no reason at all, except to be together. Most everybody knows they've been making the finest of pottery here for a long, long time. This is a place where the personal touch and attention to detail have always been held in high regard. And in Red Wing on a hot afternoon, you can still get an ice-cold glass of lemonade for just a dime. As important as anything to the people in this part of Minnesota is a company the folks of Red Wing simply refer to as the Shoe. The Red Wing Shoe Company has been making boots and shoes in this town since 1905, ever since founder Charles Beckman put the enterprise together. Through 2 world wars and a depression, economic and social evolution, and the onward march of progress, the Red Wing Shoe Company and the people of the town for which it's named have grown inseparably together as one. The mutual pride that exists between local citizens and the area's second largest employer is a testament to the integrity of the folks who live here. The value of a job well done and the pride of turning out a quality product are age-old attributes of a people that have ensured the success of the Red Wing Shoe Company. And it's these attributes of pride and integrity, passed on through the generations, that make Red Wing and its shoe company just what they are today. In celebration of the 90 years the Red Wing Shoe Company has called Red Wing, Minnesota home, an event unlike any other was planned, and at the very tail end of July 1995, it jumped into gear. It was called the Red Wing Shoe-Bilee, a celebration of generations. And in the end, it did prove to be unlike anything the town had ever seen.
Ready.
With the firing of the old Civil War cannon and the docking of the Mississippi Queen, the people of Red Wing officially embarked upon 5 days of activities that would bring everyone even a little bit closer together. Red Wing Shoe employees and retirees and their families, shareholders, dealers and suppliers, and community members all participated in the celebration of generations. For some shoe company employees, the experience had actually begun on the preceding Friday evening as they departed Lambert Landing upriver in St. Paul, on an all-night cruise aboard the Mississippi Queen, headed for the port of Red Wing. But it was at that official Saturday morning Shoe-Bilee kickoff that things really got underway. Captain of the Mississippi Queen, Gabe Shingari, said a few kind words and then presented Red Wing Shoe Board Chairman Bill Sweezy with a gift from the Delta Queen Steamboat Company. Back in 1918, when Bill's grandfather, J.R. Sweezy, took the helm as the shoe company's general manager, steamboats still navigated these waters on a regular basis.
The steamship here in Red Wing, and it's been a long time since we've been here, and we're really looking forward to it. Happy to work with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. All right.
Next, Red Wing Mayor Romeo Sear accepted for the city a Norman Rockwell print depicting an earlier life and time on the Mississippi, also a gift from the steamship company. And then he returned the favor by presenting the boat's captain with a key to the city of Red Wing.
Captain Gabe Shingari and the Executive Director Steve Ronnie, the crew and the staff of the Mississippi Queen, Bill Sweezy, Joe Goggin, Bobby Palma, employees of Red Wing Shoe, members of the Red Wing City Council, and citizens of Red Wing. As mayor of Red Wing, Minnesota, we all know that this is the prettiest city on the banks of the mighty Mississippi. I also want to thank the officers and employees of Red Wing Shoe for bringing you here. Red Wing Shoe reflects the best that corporate industrial America can offer to its communities. In many ways, Red Wing Shoe is Red Wing. Red Wing would not be the beautiful city it is without the efforts and contributions of this great company. And today, Red Wing Shoe brings the Mississippi Queen to Red Wing. And so now, Captain Gabe, I would like to present to you a symbol of our gratitude for your presence. And this is wrapped in Red Wing paper. With a little plug to super value. I'd like to present this key to you as a symbol of our friendships and hopefully a continued friendship.
After the mayor finished, Red Wing Shoe President Joe Goggin concluded the opening ceremonies.
On behalf of all the employees, both present, past, and even those to come in the future, I'd like to say, let's let the celebration of the generations begin. Thank you and have a great weekend.
And with the words of Joe Goggin, the historic Red Wing Shoe-Bilee got underway. Over the following 5 days, through a series of educational events and entertainment festivities, more than 7,000 people would experience the Shoe-Bilee in one way or another. Participants would include Red Wing citizens and shoe company employees alike. Partners in the business, like dealers and suppliers, would travel from such places as Asia, Europe, Egypt, Mexico, Canada, and all 50 states. They came to be a part of something that may set the industry standard for years to come. On that warm Saturday morning, a sense of excitement and anticipation filled the air as the Shoe-Bilee began to unfold.
And then 2 CD80 pads here.
At Bay Point Park, walking distance upriver from where the Mississippi Queen was moored, preparations were underway for what was hoped to be the highlight of the entertainment schedule, a concert set for Sunday. Cable network TNN would also record the headliner, country music's Diamond Rio, for a televised broadcast set for the following September. That same day, There would also be a picnic at Bay Point Park, beginning a few hours before the concert. And the final touches were being applied there as well. Across town at Bergwall Arena, participants in the Shoe-Bilee Expo were also getting squared away for their Sunday opening. And at 10:30 that Saturday morning, as the heat of the day was beginning to build, and while some were tending to their official tasks, others were heading out onto the river aboard the Mississippi Queen, enjoying one of the many cruises that would steam from Red Wing over the next few days. Throughout Saturday afternoon, while out-of-town participants continued to arrive in Red Wing, a friendly game of golf was underway at the breathtaking Mississippi National Golf Links, just east of town. 155 Shoe-Bilee golfers tested the course as they competed in a bit of tournament action. Early Saturday evening, as the Turkey River All-Stars played, a reception for the Red Wing Shoe Company's business partners was underway at the St. James Hotel. And as the first full day of Shoe-Bilee activities wound down, the stage was set for what promised to be an event that would exceed all expectations. Sunday morning broke warm and windy in Red Wing. By 8:15 a.m., when the day's first excursion of the Mississippi Queen commenced, the temperature was standing at 78 degrees. By 10 a.m., when the Shoe-Bilee Expo opened its doors at Bergwall Arena for the first time, the mercury had already climbed to 86 degrees. But inside the building, employees, retirees, shareholders, and community members comfortably strolled through the vast array of exhibits presented by 85 suppliers, so crucial to the shoe company's worldwide business. Of course, commemorative merchandise was available at the expo, but the real attraction was an inside look at the shoe industry, the materials, the quality assurance methods, the latest in technology. The expo proved to be a great educational opportunity and an event to be experienced by the whole family. There was a little bit of history on hand, and the race car driven by Pat Austin and sponsored by Red Wing Shoe, as well as the driver himself. 6 video presentations guided visitors through every aspect of Red Wing Shoe Company's manufacturing and distribution process, each bringing a step to life. 2 of the videos focused on actual manufacturing processes, 1 on logistics, 2 on retailing and marketing, and 1 on a future distribution concept. All told, the Shoe-Bilee Expo, which continued on until midday Tuesday, was an unprecedented success, strengthening the complex network of relationships so vital to doing business in today's competitive marketplace. Drew Sibian, Creative Leather and Vinyl.
Well, first off, it's been extremely beneficial to all of us, but probably the most important thing here is that being with the people of Red Wing and noticing the pride that they have in the shoe factory and the opportunity for us to get to know all the people here, management as well as the workers. And it's been an awful lot of fun.
By 3 p.m. Sunday afternoon, when the good old summertime picnic got rolling at Bay Point Park, the temperature had reached 93 degrees, and a hot wind blew hard from the south.
It's the hottest I've ever been in. It's not just hot, it's hot.
But the 4,000 strong who turned out for the Cajun and picnic-style fare weren't put off by the heat. They made their way through the serving tents from where 900 pounds of barbecue beef, 800 pounds of fresh fruit, and 600 gallons of soft drinks would eventually be distributed. It didn't take long for folks to find a shady spot to eat and visit and generally enjoy the afternoon with friends. Not only was there plenty of good food and good company, but also a few extra activities for the kids. Vase painting, juggling, some balloon magic, caricatures, and of course, lots of just plain old fun. At 6 p.m., with the picnic winding down, and the temperature still well into the 90s, the gates were finally opened, and 7,000 people streamed into the concert area next to the river. After waiting patiently in the sun for nearly an hour, at 7 o'clock the capacity crowd was introduced to the evening's master of ceremonies, the quick-witted Moose from Bob Radio 100.3 FM. Then in order, 5 Red Wing Shoe Company employees took the stage to perform their own versions of established country songs to an enthusiastic crowd of supporters. From Plant 1 Prefit, Char Bertram. From Plant 1 Cutting, Melody McDonald.
So tell me why hadn't I heard from you?
From Plant 1 Finishing, Sandy Watson.
Yesterday is come and gone, and tomorrow's out of sight.
From Plant 1 Lasting, Chris Summerfield. And Deb Bunce from Plant 2 Fitting.
Everything runs right on time. Years of practice and design. Spit and polish till it shine. Keep things till keep her.
Individually, all delivered with style. But it was on stage together that the 5 rendered what would be considered one of the most moving and memorable scenes of the entire Red Wing Shoe-Bilee.
Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
We got the waves over here.
The man who died, the game that right to me, and I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend us still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt that all this says, God bless the USA. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend us still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt that all this says, God bless the
Your co-workers, Char Bertram, Chris Summerfield, Deb Bunce, Melody McDonald, and Sandy Watson.
The spontaneous response of the crowd to the performance pretty much said everything there was to say of that special moment. Next, the Killer Hayseeds, a local band, came on for a set and managed to prime the audience one level higher. Then finally, after the sun had disappeared behind a western bluff and the temperature at last started to cool, Diamond Rio took the stage.
I wish you had a car. Go down, music and fly, follow that girl all the town to see. Dog between your eyes when I know the speed. I wish I had a dog. Singer in the park with a puppy on the string. So cute, baby, so you're gonna get her with me. Dog between your eyes when I know the speed. Everybody says, fool, fool, nothing you can do. Never gonna see a with the likes of you. But say what you see.
talented country group delighted the 7,000 people in the crowd. And when Diamond Rio had stopped playing, after nearly 2 hours on stage, they left an expectant audience totally fulfilled. Unseen, as the music raged on the far bank of the Mississippi, cloaked in near total darkness, a handful of pyrotechnics lay in wait for the concert's end. And true to their word, as the last notes of music drifted down the river valley, the masters of the darkness filled the night sky with a glorious display of fireworks that concluded a day more full and complete than anyone had dared imagine. On Monday, the air turned cooler, much to everyone's relief, and the day started early, with general sessions beginning at the Sheldon Theater at 8:30 a.m. On stage at the Sheldon, a multi-image show was combined with a live performance to tell the story of the Red Wing Shoe Company, from its 1905 inception to its present-day position. There was even a brief glimpse into the company's future.
Let me help you with that. You've seen where Red Wing Shoe Company has come from. 90 years of impressive history. But where is the company headed?
Throughout the day, Art Kenyon, Joe Goggin, Ole Jensen, and Bill Sweezy, all from Red Wing Shoe, addressed the audience of dealers and employees. As featured speaker for the dealers, Dr. Carl Steitman discussed the retail economy and retail trends. And employees were audienced to an energetic and informative presentation by motivational speaker John Powers. By afternoon, educational breakout sessions, like this one featuring New York podiatrist Justin Wernick, were underway at Red Wing's Technical College. Following a late afternoon reception for dealers and business partners at the 120-year-old St. James Hotel, Red Wing dealers boarded the Mississippi Queen for an evening dinner cruise. Tuesday dawned bright and clear, and the day began early with a closing general session, again at the Sheldon Theater, attended primarily by Red Wing dealers. Dr. Roger Blackwell, a professor at Ohio State University, spoke at length concerning the keys to being a successful retailer. At the same time, inside Bergwall Arena, breakout sessions continued, and the expo was in its final hours. By mid-afternoon on Tuesday, the 1995 Red Wing Shoe-Bilee was winding down for many of the event's participants. But for some, there was one last overnight cruise to be taken, back upriver to Lambert Landing in St. Paul, from where, on Wednesday morning, many of the passengers would transfer to Minneapolis International Airport for their return flights home. As the Shoe-Bilee eased to its successful conclusion, some of those involved in the event took time to reflect on what had transpired over the preceding days.
Well, after the concert on Sunday night, I couldn't count the number of people that stopped on the way out and said, you know, we needed this. You know, this was really good for us.
Well, when you look at Shoe-Bilee as a whole, our overall objective really was to bring together all segments and all parts of our business. You look at the shoe business, and a lot of times you focus on retailing, you focus on manufacturing, you focus on the service end of it. There's so many facets that are involved. And there are trade shows and so forth and traveling that you go to answer those questions, but never have we had all those elements pulled together into one segment. So really, if I was going to say, have the objectives of Shoe-Bilee been met and have been fulfilled, that's far beyond our wildest dreams. They really have.
The idea grew into what we feel has been just a spectacular event. The objective has been met tenfold, of giving people a chance to network, to build a family relationship that we so much need to have in the years to come. I think that words can't describe what has taken place the last 5 days here. So objectives have been met in every sense of the word.
Well, I'm just amazed. I think it's come off so much better than, we all had fears or maybe apprehension about what was going to happen, and we thought it would be great, and it's come off so fantastic. The weather and the level of detail, I'm overwhelmed with it.
In short, the 1995 Red Wing Shoe-Bilee was an outright success. It was a triumphant celebration of the generations of people who've pulled together to accomplish something very special in a very special place, Red Wing, Minnesota.